So let's go right now and open the project view. I'm just going to go on the left side of the screen and click on this project view right here. And then we need to go to in the resources folder inside this values folder. So I'm going to open this values folder, and after I do this, you can see we have this dimens.xml file. I'm just going to double click on it so that it opens. And right now we have two dimension variables. One is called activity horizontal margin, and as we don't really reference them, we don't need to keep them, so we can just eliminate them. And we're gonna declare our own dimension variables, and the first one I'm gonna use is just for the title, and I'm gonna type it in. So I'm gonna say first of all a chevron and then dimen for dimension variable, and then as you can see right here, as I just type in a space, we have this name, and this is required. You have to give a name for your variables. So I'm gonna specify the name inside this brackets, inside this actually double quotes. And so I'm gonna say txt title. That's gonna be the dimension variable for my title. And then finally I can end this with a chevron. So I'm gonna end just by typing in a chevron, and then this code right here is auto completed. This is just the ending tag for my variable. And now inside these two chevrons, as you can see right here, there is the place to specify the value that you're gonna give to this variable. And for my title, I'm just gonna use 45 dp. Those are just some kind of pixels. It's just a measure for the size. And so right now we have a variable for the title. I'm gonna use one also for the word that's gonna be guessed by the user. So I'm gonna go and type in dimension and then name, and I'm gonna have txt word to be guessed. And so I'm gonna open this, I'm gonna close the chevron, and then inside these two facing chevrons, I'm gonna specify 40 dp for the measure. And finally we have three more, or just four more dimension variables that we want to declare. And I'm gonna type in dimen name, and then let's say txt reset, so the text that is displayed on the reset button, or we should rather just type in btn reset because it's for the reset button. And then I'm gonna specify just 30 dp. Now it's just better to have all the dimension variables right here, because if you want to change something, you can just change it from here instead of going in the XML file. And right now we have to specify one for the letters that are tried, so txt letters tried, and we're gonna have a value of, let's say, 30 dp for it. And the next one we're gonna use is just gonna be for the input. So I'm gonna say name edt input. I'm just using their IDs because they're gonna be applied only for those ones. And so this one's gonna be 20 dp. Now as you can see we have 5 variables, and I'm just gonna go and use one more for the tries left. So that's also gonna be those as you remember, those space and x that represent just the tries left for the user. And so I'm gonna type it in right here, and then I'm gonna specify 30 dp. And so right now we have all the dimension variables specified. We can just go in activity underscore main.xml, and so that's where I'm going to be going right now. And I'm going to specify them for each attribute, each element that we have on the screen. So I'm going to close this project view at this moment because we don't need it. And I'm going to go right here in this title. So in this text view, I'm going to go, and just after this this text view tag, I'm gonna just type in that dimension. So we're gonna have the text size. As you can see, this is the attribute we're gonna be using. And now we're gonna specify at dimen, and then we're gonna take in this txt title so that it just applies. And as you can see, this is the new size for our title. And at this moment I'm gonna go in the next ones and change them accordingly. So this one is for the word that I'm gonna have to be the word is gonna be guessed by the user. And so I'm gonna type it in text size, and then we're gonna use this txt word to be guessed, and this is a variable from the dimension variable file. And at this moment we have also my word displayed accordingly, and we're gonna go in the next one, which is just this input field, and we're gonna say text size. It's just gonna be edt input, and it just changed a bit, not too much because we don't want it to be as big as the others. And also we have this letter stride, and we're gonna go right here and specify the text size to be just this variable that we created for the letter stride, and so it changes. Now if you want to use some different values for your attributes for this text sizes, you can go and change the dimension variables, and so that's all you need to do in order to check that your elements are displayed correctly. And so at this moment we have to also change this one, so I'm gonna say at dimen /txt tries left, so that we change it accordingly. So as you can see, it just changed the size of this text, and now our application looks much better. Now we also want to change for this reset button, and so I'm gonna just type in text size and then btn reset, and so finally we have also a different size for this button, and that's basically all we need to do.